Hello everyone, welcome to this demo of 360 File Sync. Your files in Salesforce finally united. I am Munot, VP Sales, 360-degree Cloud. 360 File Sync integrates your Salesforce with the storage solution of your choice, whether that be SharePoint, AWS S3, Google Drive, OneDrive, or Box. We are built for Salesforce users by Salesforce expert. There's a trust of 360-degree Cloud Technologies brand. It is a Salesforce Platinum partner with 12 plus years of experience. Our business comes from two major apps, 360 SMS and 360 CTI. We have 1,000 plus clients using SMS and CTI. And the major industries that we cater to are education, healthcare, mortgage, real estate, legal, and it's a mixed bag of SMBs, mid-market, and enterprise. So when a customer uses the 360 SMS app, they often send and receive MMS messages with attachments like PDFs, Word documents, and images, which requires significant storage. When a customer uses the CTI app, they use CTI for call recording storage to review call quality or analyze leads and opportunities. Due to business requirements, they may need to retain these recordings for a specific period or store them in an external storage. So now using 360 File Sync, the customers who are generating tons of files, recordings, using 360 SMS and CTI can now automatically have these files in a storage of their own choice. This feature is called automatic backup, and I'm going to show you a quick demo of this feature. So you see, when a customer uses the 360 SMS and 360 CTI app, it generates a lot of documents. So these documents are in the form of recordings, images, PDFs, videos, and words. When these documents are generated, they come directly into Salesforce and occupy the storage of Salesforce. Now the customer wants a backup of these files in their external storage, like OneDrive, SharePoint, Google Drive. So he either wants a backup, like have a copy over there, or sometimes it brims their storage and he wants to free up the storage. So now I'll show you the 360 File Sync component. This is a wonderful component, which is a Lightning Web component that could be attached to any standard or custom object. It is a replica of OneDrive. So when the file comes in the form of CTI recordings, words, SMS, PDFs, the files directly get stored in the 360 File Sync component. So now you see all these files that have come from the external apps are now stored here. But are they occupying the space within Salesforce? Absolutely no. They are stored in your OneDrive. They are visible from Salesforce, but they are stored in the OneDrive. So I'll just show you how that's done. We go to the OneDrive. And you see all the files that have come up from the external apps are now stored in OneDrive. Now there are two options. Either you can keep a copy of these files in OneDrive and also keep them in the Salesforce storage. But sometimes what happens, the Salesforce storage gets full. And we then run an automation using which all these files, when stored in your OneDrive, gets automatically removed from the Salesforce, freeing up the storage. So you see this notes and attachment section, we had all these files. The files are now gone. And these files are now in your OneDrive, and they can be used directly from Salesforce, eventually giving you a lot of storage space. So there's a term called migration inertia, which means that users who already have their existing files stored in SharePoint, AWS, Google Drive, they want to keep using that particular platform and do not want to use Salesforce for storage. Clients who face a challenge in transitioning from existing storage to a new system like Salesforce have an inertia, and that inertia is now crossed by our 360 File Sync app. The customer can edit and collaborate in real time. He gets a real-time access across platforms. There's effortless file sharing and permissions for teamwork, and it syncs instantly for seamless collaboration. Let me show you how. Imagine I'm a new Salesforce customer and I was using, my whole team is using OneDrive for anything that is related to files. Now we don't want to keep our files directly in Salesforce and say we have our files and they come from anywhere and they are now stored in my OneDrive. So these are the files that are stored in my OneDrive. But again, there are teams which are using Salesforce and there are teams which are not using Salesforce. So for the teams which are not using Salesforce, we'll keep using OneDrive. But for the teams which are using Salesforce, which have a Salesforce license, might also need to access these files within Salesforce. So when I see my component, you see my files are also here, which means these two files which were stored in OneDrive are now also accessible from your Salesforce, and I can do any kind of operation from these files. Let us try something. So I just click the file here and it previewed, and I can just make an edit in the file. So for example, I just type something here and you see the file is I did not need to go to my OneDrive. I just opened the file. I just saw the file directly in my Salesforce. I opened the file in my Salesforce and I made it an edit. Now let's see, go to OneDrive and see what happens. I have my file over here. I open the file in OneDrive and the changes that we made, we just wrote a word ball, and the changes that we made are reflected in your OneDrive as well. So how seamless this has integrated both the platforms that the customer does not need to switch back and forth between these two platforms. And that's the beauty of it. Thank you so much for watching this demo with me. I hope you remember the two features, the auto sync feature, where we automatically have all your files stored in Salesforce, go to your to the drive of your external storage. I just showed the example in context of CTI and SMS app, but any app, any email attachment, any attachments that you receive, any video files you receive, there is no file size limit that you receive in your Salesforce can automatically go to a storage solution of your own choice. And second feature is a two-way sync where you can have your files copied within Salesforce. You can have files anywhere in Salesforce, and these files can be directly edited from your Salesforce. If you need any kind of information or product, please do not hesitate to contact us. We'd love to help you in your use case, whatever it is, and see you soon. Thank you.